Hey guys, the Sports Entertainer here, back with some more wrestling news. Our first story of the day looks at JBL on Vince McMahon not speaking to Triple H and Stephanie Rumor. Now, there was a report going around from former WWE named Jonathan Coachman that Vince McMahon basically hasn't spoken with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon since he resigned, and was forced out of WWE with the Janelle Grant lawsuit. And during a recent episode of the Something to Wrestle podcast, former WWE champion JBL addressed this rumor of Vince not being on speaking terms with Hunter and Stephanie, with JBL making it clear he hopes it isn't true.
AOTV Productions is a big Vince Russo listener, and Russo has a podcast now with Jonathan Coachman, a guy you used to work with quite a bit. And he says Coachman claims that Vince has refused to speak to Triple H and Stephanie for getting him kicked out of WWE. What do you think? Obviously, we'd be talking about someone's personal life. I don't know how much of that we want to do here on the program, but I really do hope that this report that Vince is estranged from his daughter is not true. I hope they can put that back together if it is true. Like, there's more to life than wrestling or business. And man, at the end of the day, family is what it's all about. I hope this isn't true, John, don't you?
100%. Yeah, I hope it's not true, because I know how much Vince cared for both, very much so, for Hunter and for Stephanie. So I have no knowledge of it whatsoever. I saw, it's been a while since I've seen Vince. Last time I saw him was when he was with the company before he got kind of ousted. And I found him in the bottom of the building. He had a room down there. It wasn't marked. And I went there and spoke with him a little bit. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you didn't go quietly in the night. And he said, you knew I wouldn't do that. I said, yes, I did. I'd love to see him or speak with him. I hope none of that's true. I mean, you know what? I'm interested in what he's doing, because that man doesn't go quietly into the night.
So what is the nature of your relationship with Vince? When is the last time you talked to Vince?
It's been within a year, but it hasn't. It was
not regular communication.
No, not regular communication. No. And we never really did. We never really were texting guys or we never were, phone call guys. He'd call me if he needed something, and I'd call him if I needed something. He was always answer the phone, and of course, I always answered for him. He's my boss, but he was much more than that to me. I always felt like like a lot of guys did. I mean, everybody felt. So many people talk about Vince as they felt like almost as an adopted father or older brother. I was the same, and I'm not special in that regard. A lot of guys felt the same way about him.
Next up, Kevin Owens on neck surgery and his future in wrestling. Now, as many of you are likely aware, Kevin Owens was unfortunately forced to pull out of his highly anticipated WrestleMania 41 match with Randy Orton due to a serious neck injury, with Kevin essentially being gone from WWE ever since that announcement. But thankfully, the prizefighter broke his silence the other day, taking to Twitter and posting a video for fans updating them on the situation with his neck, as well as his future in wrestling.
Hey guys, so I haven't been around in a little while, and I know a lot of people are wondering what's going on with my neck and the neck surgery and all that stuff, so I figured I would take today to update you all, as well as talk about a very important moment that happened in my life 10 years ago, and then something else that's pretty important to me. So, first, we don't have a surgery date yet. I have not had surgery yet, despite reports to the contrary. We're still kind of trying to figure out what the best way to go about it all is, exactly what needs to be done. So we're kind of figuring that out still. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but hopefully in the next few weeks we get clarity and we do this surgery and then we go from there. And this morning I was reminded that 10 years ago today, I showed up on Raw for the first time to answer John Cena's open challenge. And that night changed my life forever, changed my career. And it was the beginning of, to say an unbelievable ride would be an understatement. And now 10 years later, I'm not where I want to be, because I wish I was in the ring performing, having matches, contributing, and that's not the case, unfortunately, because of this neck injury. But still, I have to say the last 10 years have been just so amazing. So many amazing moments in the ring, out of the ring, so many amazing people that I've had the chance to get to know. just so grateful for all of it. So thank you all, everyone that was a part of it, from my family to the guys and girls in the locker room, to the crew, the people behind the scenes that I admire and respect and love so much, and the fans, just everyone. I really can't thank you all enough for being a part of it. And last but not least, I want to talk about this book. It was written by JJ McGee. She's on X as Myth Gifts, M-I-T-H, Gifts. And this woman wrote a book about Sammy and I's career, our journey together. And I cannot say enough good things about her as a writer and as a fan, as an observer of what we have done our entire careers. Because Sammy and I obviously go way back, long before WWE, and for the last 20 years we would work together and try to do things that would little details, little intricacies that we throw in and wonder, hopefully somebody catches it, and we kind of never knew if anyone did. It turns out she did. Through the years, I've read her analysis of our work and various matches and promos and all kinds of stuff, and she just understands what we do better than anyone. What me and Sammy do better than anyone. So if you're a fan of Sammy and I, you need to get this book. I cannot say it enough. It's incredible. She worked so hard, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of this, and I'm so grateful for her doing that, because I'll have this forever now. I'll be able to look back on this, and read this when I'm in my 70s, 80s, whatever, and be able to just look back on all these years fondly with this as help to remind me of these things. So I will put the link where you can go buy this book in this post. And that's it, guys. Sorry, I was hoping to keep this short, and I did not. But basically, all I really wanted to say is thank you all for everything. Get this book, and I don't know what's happening with my neck, so we'll figure it out. All right, take care, guys. Thank you.
Next up, former WWE wrestler Mike Diamond passes away at 63. Now there's some sad news to report regarding former pro wrestler Max Justice, who wrestled several matches in WWE back in the 90s under the ring name Mike Diamond. It was sadly revealed the other day that Mike Diamond, or Max Justice, had passed away following a recent tragic car accident, with All Pro Wrestling revealing the sad news on Facebook, with the promotion putting out the following statement. All Pro Wrestling is saddened to learn about the passing of APW original, Mike Raybeck, professionally known as Max Justice, and Mike Diamond. A 5-time APW Universal Champion, Mike was a graduate of the All Pro Wrestling Boot Camp. At 6'5" and north of 250 pounds, he was a standout on the California independent scene. Adopting the moniker Max Justice, he formed the original incarnation of the Border Patrol tag team with fellow APW alumni Michael Modest. Justice would go on to wrestle internationally in both Mexico and Japan, as well as receiving tryouts in WWE and World Championship Wrestling. Not to mention having one of the more memorable moments in the Beyond the Mat documentary, Mike would go on to work for the city of Hayward as a maintenance mechanic. His life was cut short following a bicycle accident where he was struck by a vehicle near Chabot College last Friday. Our most sincere condolences go out to the family, friends, and fans of Max Justice. Rest in power, thank you for your contributions and for helping pave the way. Next up, WWE wrestlers react to Zoey Stark's shock injury on Raw last night. Now there's no doubt that last night's episode of Monday Night Raw showcased just how dangerous wrestling can be, because during one of the Money in the Bank qualifying matches last night, Zoey Stark injured herself badly when she attempted a springboard dropkick on Kairi Sane, as the distance was off, resulting in Zoey landing extremely awkwardly and painfully on her right knee. The match was temporarily halted with Zoey Stark being rushed out of the ring, and while it's still unknown how serious Zoey Stark's injuries are, no doubt many have assumed the worst given how much pain she clearly was in, and a bunch of WWE wrestlers have taken to social media to show her their support. Rhea Ripley, who was involved in that Money in the Bank qualifying match, said, "Professional wrestling can be very real and dangerous. Tonight continued to prove that anything can happen, wishing Zoey Stark a speedy recovery." The other competitor in the match, Kairi Sane, said, "I truly hope we get to face each other again when you're ready. Wishing you a smooth recovery. #respect. Natalya showed her support by saying, "I love you, Zoey Stark, and I'm keeping you in my prayers." And finally, former WWE star Hurricane Shane Helms responded to Zoey's shock injury with, "No matter how much respect pro wrestling gets, it'll never be enough. Every bump causes damage, if even on a micro level, and some can be life-altering. Get well soon, Zoey Stark, we all love you." Now, to be completely honest, guys, Zoey Stark's injury on last night's episode of Raw was one of the worst wrestling-related injuries we've seen live on TV in a long time, so we send all the prayers we can to Zoey Stark on a speedy recovery, and we hope she'll be able to return to the ring soon. Just an awful situation all around. Well, guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.